Right, last time I had a bit of trouble with the eyes. So I've decided to do a video entirely about constructing eyes. Now we've got the eyes here that we were using the last time. We'll start a new file. So a new document. Let's use the classic one I've been using up until now, which is the 6K one, more than ample workspace. Now, I've come to realise that there's quite a lot of variation in the eyes, what you can actually do with them. Now, the most basic one is, let's actually make the back of the eye black actually. It's black now, I'll just leave it like that. We need to duplicate. So we've got two eyes here. Okay. These are the eyeballs. Now, I'll just create another one. Oh, actually, let's straight away put them on a different layer. So this is going to be quick. It's going to be very quick, in fact. And then I'll move on to the next one. So we have, need a new layer. Just do that. And that's on top. So it's going to show on top of this one. So that's cool. We are actually in that layer as well, aren't we? Yeah, okay. So now this time, we'll make it properly round actually. Oh, that had to be when I initially drew it. Okay, so there we go. Let's see if I remember everything. So the fill, I want it to be white. Should we keep the border on it? No, we'll just keep this completely simple. So that's the fill. We will get rid of the stroke. Not sure why, but I'm struggling to get rid of the stroke. Okay. I should have turned it off. It seemingly hasn't. We may as well do what we usually do. I'm not going to worry about the stroke right now. I might have to worry about it later though. So there we go. Best to have one in that direction too. So I'll stick that in the middle. Ooh. Undo. Oh, let's stop duplicating them as well, I think. So get rid of that. There we go. Nope, I haven't duplicated that one. Right, they're all in the center. I appear to duplicate this. Get rid of that. Nope. Duplicate that one too. Right, they're all gone. Okay. That was a bit long-winded, but that's fine. We'll just do that. Right, that's well, I should tell you that this is a simple eye. So this is the pupil, this is the eyeball. It's going to move around, basically. Now the eyeball is the field. So when the eyes move, like, so looking up there, or looking down here, or looking over here, over there, going around. When they're doing that, they cannot move outside, or at least that's the anticipated result. And it's, no, don't do that. Stop that. Okay, there's something I forgot as well. I've put that dead center, okay? Eyes aren't really like that. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because it won't ever look like a proper eye unless they're slightly to the center like that. Because of course when you look at something with your eyes, they're making kind of a V to focus on a point. That's the natural way an eye works. Now another new document. That's all good. Now, truthfully, the only difference for this next one, and I will stress that I'm basically following a bit of a tutorial offered by somebody who works at Adobe. I'm not sure what his name is. I'll look into that. But he's provided some good groundwork for getting all this done. Now, this next bit, I'll put them all on different layers actually, I think. Just put those onto the same layer, haven't I? Okay. So if I just go selected both of those, copy them again, make a new layer, delete them from this layer, put them on there, paste back in. Okay, so they're on different layers now. Let's make another layer, and we're going to put this. Oh, didn't expect to do that. We're going to have to do this now. Okay, it's just how you touch it basically. Creates different options. Okay, so on this layer, I am going to create another circle. Okay. This has a different purpose. And I'll explain that. Right, we're going to aim at changing the field. Now, these are both black. So if I put, there we go, stop copying. If I put this circle over that circle, they're going to blend in together. So we're not going to worry about blending so much on this one. If I just keep it the same size though and reduce it down, just like that. And then we're going to grab this and we'll put it off center, right there. Now, probably going to need one of these to help me out. If I grab hold of this again and we copy and bring over, right, that's in there, that's in there. Okay, I'll put that one slightly closer, so let's keep it symmetrical. Right. I'm not sure if I made a duplicate there. I probably did actually. Oops. Redo. Redo. There we go. Okay, we've got them back anyway. If I just grab all of these, if I just put them over there a minute. And I've definitely made a duplicate now. Oh. I've got to be careful. Okay. Right, we're good. Oh, done it again. There we go. Okay. Now then, what is the purpose of this field? You know what, I am going to change the colour of them. And the only reason I'm going to do that is so you can actually see them. Okay, we really need to get rid of that stroke, which surely is just that though. Go back into it. Okay, this isn't playing ball so much, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an eyedropper on there. Still doesn't work. Oh. There we go, that's better. So it wasn't even the stroke that was causing it anyway. Okay. Right, I'm only making these visible for the purpose of being able to see them. They wouldn't be otherwise. They'd be invisible. Okay, I'm going to drag this down here as well. Let's have a look. Now, the whole reason I've done this is this circle instead of this circle will be the field of view. So now the eyes, we're looking for them to hit these borders and stop and not leave, not even to go into this circle. So that's what we'll be looking at now. Right, that's those eyes. Now, a more complicated version. Those are simple, really simple, a bit less simple, but basically the same premise. Now, it's going to be a shortcut. I'll take advantage of that. It's allowed me to make a 6K file just instantaneously from the file menu. Okay. Now, actually, you know what? I'll be a bit lazy. I'll grab these. I'll just grab one. This eye is going to be a bit different. Copy that, come back out, go back in, paste, right. I am going to I am going to rotate it. So that's actually grabbing that anchor instead. Take this over here. So I'm slightly skewed. Actually, let's just have them to the side like this. Right, this is my classic kind of eye shape, really, isn't it? However, this obviously is not the right shape. If we just take it down, okay, I'm just going to draw a circle actually. Pop that there. This time round, on a different layer again. There we go, it's on a different layer. On this layer, actually, we want the colour background. So just to do it in a really weird way, I'll tell you what, I'll copy that. Then I'll grab it, make it bigger. Go into this. Now we want something more blue, I would say. Okay, we do want a gradient. I don't know. Oh, right, okay. That's why it's not doing that. We don't want that kind of gradient, we want that kind of gradient. So we do that. Let's make it darker on the inside. And when it's on this one, we want it a lighter blue. Which should be working, really. In fact, let's make it even lighter. Okay. We appear to have got a black in here as well for some reason. Okay, there's a bit of a weird eye. Whatever. Let's make some weird eyes. Okay, so we need that one to go to the back. Oh. Yep, that's to the back now. Okay. Okay. Sometimes selection can be a bit difficult. Let's look into that line. Let's look into that line. And we've got a weird eye. That's not the right colour. So let's just go for a nice black. In this case, we don't really want that to be black. We want it to be white in this case. Let's have it swing slightly off-white. Looks like it might have a shadow on that as well. Let's have a look. Shadow. Opacity, blend, appearance. Ah, shadow. It doesn't have a shadow on it. In that case, I knew there's something going wrong. Nah, why would I do that? Right. So we have an eye. Okay. Okay. Now we need that to be the other way around. There we go. So we have a pair of eyes. And I've just realized I wanted these to be bigger. No, let's go ahead. Zoom in. Right, okay. So if we do that, right, let's keep on going. Let's have some really nice large eyes. Right, there we go. Let's make it easy on myself again. So, oh, what just happened there? A bit of a glitch. Just like that. Duplicate. Flip. Okay. We obviously want them to be at the same level. So if we do that, snap into some degree that. Do that. Right. Now, I'm just going to take a brief break and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, this is where we left things. Now, in this one, simple eyes, we had the pupils and they were moving around this circle. This is called the eyeball. Then in this scenario, we had the main shape of the eye, but we didn't want the pupils to go to the edge. So this guy was from Adobe is saying, create this inner circle, make it invisible usually, and call that the eyeball instead, so that Character Animator knows not to move the pupil outside of this field. So it's all about where the pupil can move within a field. Now, when you get to this, we have a problem. Because of the actual pupil and the blue of the eye is already outside of the field of the eyeball. So instead of it getting smaller, it's actually getting larger. And when you have the eyes move around, they're already off, but it's very quick for them to go all kinds of off. Now, oh, yeah, it's just a glitch. Okay, so he proposed a way of solving this. And it's to, well, in effect, not have these. Instead, I'll just move that over there a moment. These won't actually be needed in the final product. What we do is we create a field for our eye. Now we want it to be, say, a perfect circle. Oh, I didn't change tool. Okay. All right, we want it to be on a sub layer, just as before. In fact, if we put it on the same layer as these, so if we select it, and we cut, in this case, and go back here, and we paste, and it's behind. Okay. Right, so we use that as the field instead. So, in actual fact, I don't have much space to move around here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make all of this a bit smaller, so I can actually move around. There we go. Deselect. Now on this again, we need to remove this one. We don't need that either, because these eyeballs just don't cut it. They're not the right shape at all. And that one's not quite in position, so I'll just move that a little bit. Now, you know what? Let's use the guys. So, if we select that and then snap it to that, let's move them a little bit close together. Grab that, snap, duplicate, snap, and snap. Right, now this pupil and the blue can move around this field. Just like in this one and this one. But we still want this shape. We don't want this perfect circle. So the way we sort that out, I'll just get rid of those for the meantime, is we create a mask. And I'm going to make it even smaller. Now the mask may as well be the actual face. So if we grab, well, I think it's probably best we make a new layer. And this time that layer goes there at the top. Deselect. I'm going to make a simple face shape. In fact, it won't be that shape. Okay. Right, so a bit bigger. So we have something to work with. There we go. So this is our face. If we just make those, actually those shouldn't be like that. Ah, right, okay. I put it on the wrong layer. So if we cut that, and then we paste it, yeah, you can't see it now. So this is the background face, but it's actually in the foreground in this case. If we grab that, that's probably a bit large. Oh, get rid of that. Let's see, how big is that? Okay, not so bad. I hit duplicate, drag this over, drag it over some more. I think I've just duplicated it again. Not to worry. Get rid of that. Right, we've got two eyes here. I'm not sure if you can really see that. If I zoom in, you can see a faint outline. Now, the reason I did this is if you then click on these, now I can't remember exactly which one is the merge and subtract. I think maybe that one. Okay, that's the one. So it's used these to cut a hole in the face. The face that is no longer in the background but in the foreground. Make these visible again. Now you're not supposed to be able to see them. So if I just click on that and grab the layer and put it up here, and then if I just select this and move it, right, okay. Let's just make these a little bit close together. There we go. And let's make these white, actually. Actually white. There we go. And let's make the face a little bit pinker. There we go. Okay. Right, that's that. So if we put this layer back to where it should be. Oh. Okay, so I need to grab hold of it. It needs to go all the way to the bottom. And just to show what's going on here, we've got the face, which is providing a mask. Got the eye, well, the pupils, the bit that's going to move around. And then we've got this. Just get rid of all that. We've got the actual field that the eyeballs can move around within. There we go. So now you've got the eyes able to move around, but they won't move on top of this section. Instead, that will be obscured. Now, of course, you can have a blink state in this. That is one option. The other option is to create a more kind of full-on animation for the blink. So you can have it go from open to completely shut. That is one option. This is the other option. So we make a new file, paste. Now the other option is to have the different phases. So if you grab, well, let's make another circle. Let's make it a little bit bigger than that. In fact, yeah, a bit bigger. That's all good. Now, I would like to cut that in half. So I'm just going to do it this way. So this is my preferred method. Right onto that one. Oh, of course, I haven't actually selected two things. Okay, there we go. Is it that one? Nope. Try again. Is it that one? Yep, that's the one. Right. I think what I'll do is I'll make this a little bit darker. Just for contrast. I shall then duplicate. Right. Oh, I've done it again. In actual fact, I'll do it that way. There we go. Right. So, why did I do this? Really easy. Cut that. Ooh, I never separated everything. Not to worry, I'll do that anyway after this. But we do need a new layer, and I need to put this one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. Right, these are eyelids, as I'm sure you've realised. Basic ones, but they're eyelids. So there we go. Looks a bit shifty. Okay, so what you can do is you can move these around. So you can have a fully open state. Then you can have the next step, which is the mostly closed state. And you can really have as many gradations as you like until you have the closed state. Oh. And you put these through as multiple layers. So you have these on multiple layers in various positions so that Character Animator can use it like a frame by frame way of shutting the eyes. If this exists, apparently it'll ignore a full blink and instead favour to use the eyelids. Now the function of the face, the function of the eyes is dependent on actually being within a face as well. It must be within a face, otherwise it breaks the animation. That's a critical thing. That's one of the troubles I was having before when I was trying to make it work. It was actually making the whole thing move. It's because I should have used one of these methods. Now, how does that relate to, say, for instance, this? Well, in regards to these eyes, obviously these are the wide open eyes. They're going to have to be broken up into layers. We can jump from this state to that state, that's fine. However, this style of eye, I'll just zoom in really close. This style of eye needs to use not any of these simple ones, but really this method. So in regards to that, this needs to be broken. This needs to be broken. We need an eyeball and a mask on top to make this work. But once we've done that, we can use these eyelashes as the eyelids, and we can stack them on top of each other to create a frame by frame animation. So this is good groundwork, but it'll have to all be broken up to make use of it at this stage. Like I say, that needs to follow this method. And seeing as I haven't actually done everything with that one, and of course we need to use the mask with the field at the back to move the eyeballs around. That's the way this is going to work. So all of this needs to be constructed. Now for now, that's it. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to try and make a video with Character Animator using these as a test file. As you can see, I've already started looking at the background of the face. I don't know if I can undo. Yep, I can put it back into place. Yeah, Vectornator is great because it remembers everything you've done, even if you've come out of the file. So I can move things, move them back straight away. Now this, oh no, not that. This that's in the background, as you can see, it's very much in the background. That's going to be brought into the foreground on a much higher layer, and then it's going to have the eyes cut out. So this all works. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. I shall put my pencil away. And we'll meditate on that a little bit. Okay.